Hello everyone. So yesterday we studied about uh, atomic number and atomic mass number. What is atomic number? Atomic number is the number of protons or number of electrons. And what is atomic mass number? Atomic mass number is the total number of protons and neutrons in the nucleus. Atomic number is denoted by the letter Z. Atomic mass number is denoted by the letter A, and A is equal to P plus N. A is equal to P plus N, where A stands for atomic mass number, P stands for number of protons, and N stands for number of neutrons. Okay. So this much we had studied yesterday. So you have to be thorough with what is atomic number and what is atomic mass number. Okay. Now there are 120 atoms, 120 elements which have been discovered. Okay. Out of which 92 are natural elements. We are having the study of electronic configuration of some elements in our syllabus. Okay, basically the first 20 elements. Now we may move on to today's topic, what is meant by electronic configuration. Before studying electronic configuration, do you remember we had studied the structure of an atom? Around the nucleus there are paths or orbits called as shells or orbits. There are four different types of orbits: K, L, M and N. I have shown it here: K, L, M and N. Now, the number of electrons which can be accommodated in these shells is standardized. It is decided. Okay, that is how many electrons, maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in each and every shell. That means there is a particular number, maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in K shell, maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in L shell, maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in M shell, and maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in N shell. Okay. So the maximum number of electrons has been decided. What about the minimum number of electrons? The minimum number of electrons which can be accommodated in K shell is 1. L shell is 1. M shell is 1 and N shell is 1. So minimum 1 electron can be accommodated, and maximum we will see how many electrons can be accommodated. For that, to find that, there is a general formula which is 2n square. The general formula to find out the electron capacity of a cell, you may see electron capacity of a cell, is found out by general formula 2n square, where n is the ordinal number, okay, which is equal to the shell number. Ordinal number means the shell number, whether it is the first shell, second shell, third shell, fourth shell or so on. Okay, now based on this the electronic configuration is studied. Now what do you mean by electronic configuration? It is the shell wise distribution of the electron in an atom of an element is called the electronic configuration of an element. Okay, I will show you with the help of an example how the electronic configuration of an element is written. Before that, we will first calculate what are the maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in K shell, L shell, M shell and N shell. Okay, now in K shell you may see the general formula is 2n square, and what is n is equal to? Okay, n is equal to 1. It is the first shell. It is the first shell. So n is equal to 1. So it will be 2 into 1 square, that will be equal to 2. 2 into 1, that is equal to 2. Okay, so maximum how many number of electrons can be accommodated in K shell? It is 2. Now the next L shell, it is the second shell. Okay, so second shell, so n is equal to 2. So 2n square means 2 into 2 square, that is 2 into 4, which is equal to 8. So maximum how many electrons can be accommodated in L shell? It is 8. Now the third one, that is the M shell. What is the ordinal number? Ordinal number of M is 3. Okay, that means the shell number is 3. So n is equal to 3. So 2 into 3 square, that is 2 into 9, that is equal to 18. So how many electrons can be accommodated in M shell? It is 18. Now N shell, it is the fourth shell. Okay, so the ordinal number is 4. N is equal to 4. So 2 into 4 square, that is 2 into 16, that is equal to 32. So what are the maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in N shell? It is 32. Okay, so you may see in the structure of an element, there is a nucleus at the center. Here they have shown the nucleus. Okay, inside the nucleus, what are there? What are the subatomic particles in the nucleus? It is protons and neutrons. Protons are positively charged, neutrons are neutrally charged. And what do the electrons do? Electrons revolve around the nucleus in paths called as orbits. There are 4 orbits, K, L, M, N. Not every element has all the 4 orbits. It depends upon the number of electrons which that atom has. If it has only 1 electron, then it will be having only the K shell. Okay, it starts from K shell. So the first shell is K shell, then the next shell if it is needed, then N shell if it is needed. Okay, it depends how many electrons an atom has. If it has more electrons, then they will be arranged in the next shell. Okay, so what are the number of electrons which can be accommodated in first shell, that is K shell? It is 2. L shell 8. M 18 and N 32. So 2, 8, 18, 32. 2, 8, 18, 32. Okay. So these are the maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in the shells which are around the nucleus. Now I'll show you an example. I will take the element sodium. Okay, sodium. Consider the example sodium. The atomic number you know it is denoted by Z. The atomic number of sodium is 11. Okay, now it is having how many shells? We will see. This is the nucleus of sodium. It contains 11 protons. It will contain 11 protons. The first shell, okay, that is the K shell. The first shell, that is the K shell. How many electrons it will have? It is having total 11 electrons. So we have to arrange those 11 electrons in the shells. So the first shell will be having 2 electrons. Okay, minimum you can accommodate 1 and maximum you can accommodate 2. Okay, so maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated is 2. Now the next shell, that is the L shell. Next shell, that is the L shell. How many electrons can be accommodated in L shell? Maximum 8 can be accommodated. So first, out of 11, 2 we have accommodated in K. Out of 11, 2 we have accommodated in K. I repeat, out of 11, 2 we have accommodated in K. How many are remaining? 9 are remaining. Okay, so out of those 9, 8 can be accommodated here. So okay, 8 can be accommodated in the L shell. So I have accommodated 8 in the L shell. Now how many is remaining? 2 in the K shell plus 8 in the L shell. So 2 plus 8 is 10. Okay, 10 we have drawn. Okay, we have to draw 11 electrons. We have to show 11 electrons, out of which 10 we have shown. 1 is remaining. That 1 cannot be accommodated in L shell because the maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in L shell is 8. So I will accommodate the third one, the last one, in M shell. Okay, this is the M shell. So in M shell there is only 1 electron. Okay, why? Because 2 got accommodated in K, 8 got accommodated in L, 10 has gone and only 1 is remaining. That will get accommodated in the M shell. Okay, now how will you write the electronic configuration? When you write the electronic configuration, you will write how many in K shell, how many in L shell, how many in M shell, and how many in N shell. How many in K shell? It is 2. There is a comma given. How many in L shell? It is 8. Again there is a comma given. And how many in M shell? There is only 1. So what will be the electronic configuration of sodium? The electronic configuration of sodium will be 2, 8, 1. Okay, you may copy this in your notebook. Now I will show you with another example how to write the electronic configuration. Now have you understood what is electronic configuration? Electronic configuration is the shell-wise distribution of the electron in an atom of an element is called the electronic configuration of the element. So shell-wise distribution of electron. How many electrons are there in the first shell? How many electrons in the second shell? How many electrons in the third shell? And so on. That is said to be electronic configuration. I will take the next example as hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen. The atomic number of hydrogen is 1. Okay, the atomic number of hydrogen is 1. So when you write the electronic configuration, first I will draw the structure. This is the nucleus. How many protons there will be? There is only 1 proton. Okay, there is only 1 proton. So the first shell, how many electrons are there? There is only 1 electron. Number of protons is equal to number of electrons. Number of protons is equal to number of electrons. So whatever the atomic number will be, that many protons and that many electrons that element will have. Okay, I repeat. Atomic number is equal to number of protons is equal to number of electrons. I repeat. Atomic number is equal to number of protons is equal to number of electrons. So if the atomic number is 1, how many protons? 1. How many electrons? 1. Okay. If the atomic number is 7, how many protons? 7. How many electrons? 7. Okay. If the atomic number is 20, how many protons? 20. How many electrons? 20. Okay, so atomic number is equal to number of protons is equal to number of electrons. So here the atomic number of hydrogen is 1. So how many protons will be there? 1. How many electrons will be there? 1. That 1 electron will get accommodated in which shell? In the first shell. Okay, it will get accommodated in the first shell, that is the K shell. So how will you write the electronic configuration? The electronic configuration of hydrogen is 1. Okay, now the next one I will show you the atomic number of neon. Okay, neon. The atomic number of neon is 10. The atomic number of neon is 10. That means in the nucleus, how many protons will be there? 10 protons will be there. There will be 10 protons. Okay. Now the first shell. How many electrons will get accommodated in the first shell? It will be 2. Okay. Can it be 3? No, it cannot be 3 because in K shell only 2 electrons can sit. maximum. Minimum how many? Minimum 1, maximum 2. So I am drawing those 2 electrons in the first shell. Okay, you have to draw 10 electrons. You have to draw 10 electrons. Out of those, 2 you have drawn. What is remaining? 8 is remaining. So 8 I will draw in the next shell. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so these are the 8 electrons. So what will be its electronic configuration? Its electronic configuration is K and L, first 2 in the first shell and 8 in the second shell. So its electronic configuration will be 2, 8. Okay, so this is how you write the electronic configuration. So what is electronic configuration? It is the shell-wise distribution of the electron in an atom of an element. Okay, how many electrons are there, and out of those electrons, how many are there in the K shell, how many in the L shell, how many in the M shell, and how many in the N shell. Not compulsory every atom will be having all the shells. Okay, some elements will be having only K shell, some elements will be having only K and L shell, some elements will be having K, L, M shell. Okay, so what is electronic configuration? Electronic configuration is the shell-wise distribution of electrons. You may understand this concept first and then do the next part of the lecture. Okay. Now we will see the electronic distribution or electronic configuration of some elements which has been given in the textbook. Okay, page number 33, figure 5.7. Okay, they have given the number of electrons. Basically, what is the number of electrons? The number of electrons is same as the atomic number. Here they haven't given the atomic number, they have given the number of electrons. Okay, so I will show you how they are arranged in every shell. First one is hydrogen. How many electrons it is having? It is having only 1 electron. So it will get accommodated in the K shell. Okay, and what will be the electronic configuration? Electronic configuration also will be 1. Now the next is helium. Helium, its symbol is He. How many electrons it is having? It is having 2 electrons. So will it be 1, 1? No. First the K shell will get filled completely, then the next shell. So both the electrons will go and sit in the K shell. So what will be its electronic configuration? Its electronic configuration will be 2. Okay. Next is lithium. How many electrons it has? It is having 3 electrons. So will 3 get accommodated in K shell? No. Why? Because in K shell the maximum which could be accommodated is 2. Okay, in K shell the maximum number of electrons which could be accommodated is 2. So only 2 will get accommodated in the first shell, that is the K shell. Okay, 2 you have written. How many is remaining? Okay, how many is remaining? 1 is remaining. So I will put that 1 in the next shell. So what will be the electronic configuration? The electronic configuration will be 2, 1. Okay, now the next is carbon. Number of electrons is 6. So how many in the first shell, that is the K shell? 2. How many are remaining? 4 is remaining. 6 minus 2, 4 is remaining. 4 will go in the next shell. So its electronic configuration will be 2, 4. Okay. Now the next is nitrogen. Number of electrons is 7. Out of those 7, 2 will get accommodated in the first shell. 7 minus 2. How many are remaining? 5 are remaining. So the 5 will get accommodated in the L shell. Okay. So what will be its electronic configuration? Its electronic configuration will be 2, 5. Now the next is oxygen. Okay. Oxygen. How many electrons it has? It is having 8 electrons. So the first 2 will get accommodated in the K shell. How many are remaining? 6 are remaining. So 6 will get accommodated in the next shell. So the electronic configuration will be 2, 6. Okay. Now the next, fluorine. Number of electrons 9. How many in the first shell? 2. How many are remaining? 9 minus 2, 7. So 7 will get accommodated in L shell. So what will be the electronic configuration? It will be 2, 7. Next one, neon. How many electrons? 10. How many in the first shell? 2. How many remaining? 10 minus 2, 8. So how many will go in the next shell? 8. So what will be its electronic configuration? 2, 8. Okay. Now the next one, 11. Number of electrons, 11. Sodium, number of electrons, 11. So how many in the first shell? 2. How many are remaining? 11 minus 2. 11 minus 2. How many are remaining? 9. Okay. 9 are remaining. But only 8 could be accommodated in the L shell. So 8 accommodated in the L shell. Okay. After that 8. 2 plus 8 only 10. Okay. This is 11. So 1 is remaining. That 1 will accommodate in the next shell. So what will be its electronic configuration? 2, 8, 1. Next, chlorine. Atomic number is 17. Number of electrons is 17. How many in the first shell? 2. How many are remaining? 17 minus 2, 15 are remaining. Can 15 be accommodated here? No. Why? Because maximum only 8 could sit here. Okay, so 8 will get accommodated here. 2 plus 8, 10. How many remaining? 7. So 7 will get accommodated in the next shell. So the electronic configuration is 2, 8, 7. Now the next is argon. 18. How many in the first shell? 2. How many in the second shell? 8. How many are remaining? 8 are remaining. So it will be 8. So 2, 8, 8. So the electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 8. Okay. Now the next one is bromine. That atomic number is 35. Out of those, in the first shell 2. In the second shell 8. Okay. 2 plus 8, 10. Still 25 are remaining. Okay. Still 25 are remaining. So 2 plus 8, 10. And in this cell how many maximum? Maximum 18 could be accommodated. So here it will be 18. 18 plus 8, 26 plus 2, 28. How many are remaining? 7 are remaining. So 7 will get accommodated in the last shell. So the electronic configuration of bromine will be 2, 8, 18, 7. Okay. So this is the electronic configuration of some elements which are given in the textbook. So basically what is electronic configuration? Electronic configuration is the shell wise arrangement of electrons. First of all you have to see what is the atomic number. What is the atomic number? Consider it is 15. If the atomic number is 15, the number of protons will be 15, the number of electrons also will be 15. Okay. Out of those 15 electrons, 2 will get accommodated in the first shell, then the second shell, then the third shell, and so on. Okay. What is the maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in K shell? It is 2. In L shell it is 8. In M shell it is 18 and N shell it is 32. Okay. So these are the this is the study. But we are having the electronic configuration of only some elements, basically the first 20 elements. In this chart they have given one example of bromine also. Okay. So you may copy this in your textbook and you should be learning how to write the electronic configuration. Okay. Right. Now on page number 33 there is a can you tell questions. There are 2 questions. We will discuss that. The first one is, there is a similarity in the atomic structure and solar system. The planets revolve around the sun due to gravitational force. which force might be acting in the atomic structure. So in the atomic structure, you know that the protons and neutrons are in the center and electrons are revolving around the nucleus in orbits. So the nucleus can be considered as compared to sun, and the electrons can be compared to planets. So it is similar to solar system. Now in solar system, what is the force of attraction between the planets and the sun? It is gravitational force. Now in case of an atom, there is electrostatic force of attraction. The answer is electrostatic force of attraction between positive charge and negative charge. Next is positively charged protons are together in the nucleus. Okay, so in the nucleus, all the protons stay together. All of them are positively charged. What might be one of the function of the neutrons in the nucleus? Now, what do the neutrons do? The neutrons reduces the force of repulsion between these positive charges. Okay, so you know that like poles repel, unlike poles attract. So positive and negative will attract, but positive and positive will repel each other. So how come in the nucleus then all the positive charges are staying together? They are all staying together with the help of those neutrons. So neutrons are reducing the quarrel between them. Okay, so neutrons are reducing the repulsive force between the protons, and it gives stability to the atom. Now what will be the answer? You may write the answer there. They provide stability to the atom by reducing the electrostatic repulsion between positively charged protons. It also adds to the mass of the atom. The answer will be given in the notes. You may refer to the notes and write the answer. Okay. So now we will see the homework. What is the homework? The homework is to write the electronic configuration of some elements which I will be giving. Okay. I am giving you the elements in order. That means in the order of atomic number. Now here whatever I have given is the electron number. It is same as the atomic number. What you have to do, you have to write the distribution of electrons and the electronic configuration. Just like here I have written for hydrogen. For hydrogen the electron number is 1. So what will be the distribution of electrons? The distribution of electrons in K shell it will be 1, and in electronic configuration is 1. Okay, like this you have to write the electronic configuration of all these elements and learn. Okay, now in your question paper they won't give you any element in sequence. The elements won't be in sequence. They will give you randomly any element. Okay, so you will have to write the electronic configuration according to the atomic number or the number of electrons. So if the atomic number is 15, what will be the number of electrons? The number of electrons will be 2, 8, 5. Like that you should be able to write. For that you have to practice this several times. Okay, there is a day in between, so during those days you have to practice it again and again, then only you will be able to understand this. Okay, it is a very important topic, the basic topic for chemistry. Okay, now these are the first 15 elements. I will be giving you the next elements also. You may write this first. These are the next 3 elements: sulfur, chlorine and argon. So these are the first 18 elements. You should be able to write the electronic configuration. Okay, so for that you have to learn first what is atomic number, what is atomic mass number, what do you mean by electronic configuration, how many electrons maximum can be accommodated in K shell, L shell, M shell, N shell, and then how to write the electronic configuration. The answers I will be discussing in the next lecture. Okay, so by then you may keep ready. You may write with pencil in your notebook. Okay, you may write the answer. You draw this table in your notebook and write the answers with pencil. Okay, we will discuss the answers in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.